real challenge for us. This opportunity to prove your mental toughness and physical toughness at the same time.
They've got this big, bad, nasty offensive line. They're able to run the football effectively. The Raiders usually win.
Dolphins, Raiders.
He's got the Miami Dolphins and the Las Vegas Raiders in a singled-out Saturday night special here.
And he can run, and he can throw, and he doesn't need a lot of protection.
They are scrappy, and they are adaptable, and that's why they have a chance to win a playoff game.
Just give Josh Jacobs the ball. We'll take care of the rest.
Off to Jacobs. Vegas touchdown. Jackpot, baby. Wide open touchdown. Darren Waller. Touchdown, Vegas.
The 7-7 Las Vegas Raiders are at home this week for some Saturday football action. The 9-5 Miami Dolphins heading to the Strip. Hopefully their defense riding shotgun as they travel, because they were front and center in yet another Dolphins win last week.
Newton is sacked.
Miami sacked Cam Newton 3 times, held him to 209 passing yards, no TD passes, a rating under 90.
Couldn't break away from Baker.
Miami's pass rush has gotten stronger as the season has gone along. Emmanuel Ogbah leading the way for the Finns. He picked up his team-leading 9th sack last week.
And it's over. Newton is dumped.
And the stronger their pass rushes look, the stronger their secondary looks. Miami is top 5 in rating allowed for the year, top 5 in TD passes allowed.
Guns it, is incomplete.
Vegas will be rolling with Marcus Mariota at QB. He took over for Derek Carr after hurting his groin, and it was clear right away the Raiders' offense with Mariota wasn't going to be the same.
A big carry to start this possession.
Mariota ran the ball 9 times, racking up 88 yards and a score.
Mariota will get in for the touchdown.
The Dolphins at least are coming off a game where they faced a mobile QB in Newton. They gave up 38 rushing yards to him on 9 carries.
Newton, nothing there.
As for Mariota's arm, he threw for a score, and in his case, it was a dime to Darren Waller.
What a throw, what a catch, touchdown Raiders.
Now, he did throw a pick, and his rating at the end of the game was just 83.3.
Here's a pick. Pass was behind Zay Jones.
Still, he may get a couple games at the end of the year to showcase what he can do, which, depending on how he does, could make for an interesting offseason for the Silver and Black.
Floats it for Waller, pass caught.
Waller, by the way, didn't just score either. He had another monster game, 150 receiving yards. The second time in his last 3 games he's put up 150-plus receiving yards, and he's now just 33 yards short of going over the 1,000-yard barrier for the second year in a row.
Completion to Waller, the big tight end.
Would be fun to see if Xavier Howard covered him. Howard is having a ridiculously good season, leading the league in interceptions.
Intercepted again, Howard has one.
Miami's defense has had to carry the load a lot in their wins because they do struggle on offense quite a bit still.
Picked off in the end zone.
Tua Tagovailoa had another rookie QB type showing last week. Under 150 yards passing, just 5.6 yards per attempt, no TD passes, rating under 75.
It's a sack.
The Raiders didn't handle one of Tua's fellow rookie QBs well last week, though, giving up over 300 yards to Justin Herbert, 2 TDs, and a rating over 120.
Pass is caught, touchdown!
And their numbers against the pass for the year are middle of the pack.
A wide open receiver.
As for Vegas's run D, they held the Chargers to 3.3 yards per carry, but allowed Austin Eckler to go for 4.6 a run on 13 carries, and have allowed 4.6 a carry for the year.
A little stutter step for 27 yards.
And the Dolphins have been trying to establish their ground game more as of late, and it worked for them last week. Savon Ahmed going for over 120 yards.
Touchdown! It's Ahmed!
This is still a great matchup. The Raiders still have plenty of incentive to try and get to 9-7 for the year, regardless of whether it gets them into the playoffs. An above 500 record in year 3 of Chucky would still be a win in a lot of ways. The Dolphins obviously have more than that on the line, and then there is the island factor. You can bet all of Hawaii is going to be watching this game, as it will be the first time in NFL history 2 QBs born in Hawaii face off as starters in the NFL. If Mariota starts, of course. Carr is still possibly in play. So which one are you picking, and what's the score? Put both in the comments section. We will put ours onto the screen. Man, I want to go snorkeling in Hawaii all of a sudden.
Quick toss, shovel, and they've got it. Ford to Ahmed.
left in the third quarter. Here we are under 6.5 to go. 3rd and goal. Mariota will get in for the touchdown.
And Hard Rock Stadium is ready to rock as the Dolphins are set to meet the Oakland Raiders on Sunday Night Football.
Lines in all the National Football League. They have Marshawn Lynch running behind them. So they want to get this passing game going. The best way to do is to reestablish themselves as a power running team.
There goes Lynch inside the 10. Marshawn Lynch all the way to the end zone. So one possession game. We give it to Lynch, and Marshawn Lynch pulls his way into the end zone. Touchdown Oakland. Lynch has galloped for 2 TDs tonight, 27-24 is the final score as the Raiders come east, and in a game they really had to win. They win.
Dolphins at the Las Vegas Raiders in the night game. Dolphins a 3-point favorite. The Raiders need a win to avoid elimination. The Dolphins still have not clinched a playoff berth. 47.5 over under. Chris, who do you have?
Well, we don't know who's starting at quarterback, right? For the Raiders. I mean, we don't know. I think it's going to be Marcus Mariota. I think that John Gruden, who's friends with Sean Payton, is taking a page out of his book from last week, going, "Oh, that was smart that they let everybody believe that Taysom Hill was going to be the guy." So I still think we're going to see Marcus Mariota. I do. I think this is a dangerous matchup, for the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins are the better football team, but the Raiders have some aspects to where they match up pretty well and could maybe be a pain in the butt if the Dolphins make one key mistake or something like that. The Raiders, their offense, it's still good, as we know. Whether it's Derek Carr or Mariota, the offensive line, it's not as perfect as it was earlier this year, but I think the run game is still there and enough of a threat. And we know they got weapons on the outside to throw to there. So they're not going to be blown out of the water by this really, really good Miami defense. On the other side of the ball, this is not a really, really good Miami offense, but it's a bad Raiders defense. We know that. And just the way Miami has run the ball a little bit here lately, and especially with Breida being healthy, I just look at that. And they didn't get to run the ball 2 weeks ago because the game kind of fell apart with them with the Kansas City Chiefs, and they had to come back and all that, but it has looked better to where I think they do enough, and the Raiders defense just not good enough. Close football game, but that Dolphins defense run game, Tua will make a lot of smart plays. I'm going to go 24-20 Dolphins.
Yeah, I've got the Dolphins winning as well. You have the Dolphins covering by 1. I've got 24-17. I'm not going to take the bait with the Raiders until they prove to me that they're not fraudulent. And the past several weeks have suggested to me that they are fraudulent. And I thought about picking them to win the game. I thought, hey, maybe they will get it figured out.
You're right.
As you suggested on PFT Live, maybe there's some sort of shell game going on here where they're making it look like Derek Carr is going to play and they're going to unleash Marcus Mariota. And thank you for pronouncing it Mariota. I don't want to name names, but my God, when he was playing last Thursday night, it's Mariota, Mariota, Mariota. Didn't we go through this 6 years ago? It's Mariota. How hard is that to remember? It's Mariota. It's important to get people's names right. It's a basic level of respect that you can show to someone. It's Mariota. So anyway, Marcus Mariota, if he plays, I think that puts even more stress on that Dolphins defense.
Yeah.
And there is look, Mariota's due to make $10 million next year. Carr is due to make nearly $20 million. And the Raiders get to choose. They have dibs. Do we trade Carr? Do we trade Mariota? And I think there's going to be a market for Marcus Mariota, even if he doesn't play. And I can see why Derek Carr wants to come back and play, because the more he plays and plays well, Mariota does, the more you start asking yourself, is Mariota the guy who should be the quarterback of this team?
Yeah, I think that's probably a big part of Derek Carr's fear. Again, Derek Carr's played some really good football, but as you and I both know, at the end of the day, if you're not consistently going to the playoffs or in the playoff conversation or in the MVP race, I don't give a damn who you are at quarterback. They're going to be questioning it. They are, and those questions are there. I do think he's played well enough to be the starting quarterback there again next year, definitely. But, this is a little interesting wrinkle, at the end of the season here.
It's going to develop. All right, 3rd and goal at the 3. Marino.
Intercepted. This could be a touchdown for Mike Haynes. Haynes
6 yards. Well, Marino took him down the field, but the pass for the touchdown went to the Raiders. Oh, my.
More than 180 degrees and then could not handle it.
2nd and goal from the 6. It's tied at 7. 13 minutes left in the first half. Tony Nathan, touchdown. To the right with Casper as the wing. First down. Allen again. Oh, what a change of direction. Touchdown. All right, here we go. Ball inside the 1. 9 seconds left. You going to run or pass it?
I almost believe they're going to run the football.
Do you? I'm guessing pass. Because if they run it and they're stopped, then they miss the field goal altogether.
You're right. They've got to. But of course, if they run it wide, you still have the option of going out of bounds and stopping the clock. But they've got the big men in there. They're not going to run it wide. They're balancing the line.
They are going to run, and Bennett does not get in, and the clock runs out on the Miami Dolphins. 2-1. The gamble backfires, and what a lift that'll give Tom Flores' Raiders as the first half comes to a rather surprising close. 24-13, and Tom Flores in the catbird seat at least here early in the 3rd quarter, and he has not lost to Shula and the Dolphins, and that is a record to be admired. 4-0 against one of the masters. Bolton Walker deep.
Onside.
Oh, look at this, and it should work. The Raiders have recovered at the Miami 49-yard line. Oh, they caught Miami with their backs turned.
Want to give the Miami Dolphins that long bomb.
19 yards to dig out of the hole on 3rd down. Marino goes to work. There's free is Mark Clayton. Oh, he almost fumbled it in the celebration, and now you can let it go.
Receiver, too.
At the 11-yard line, Miami trying to strike for the lead, and there it is. 4th quarter, 9:07 left. The Raiders trailing by 3, 27-24, have the ball at their, statistically, the 25. The ball over the 24-yard line. Wilson in trouble. And now throws for Doki Williams, and this could be a touchdown. The Raiders take the lead. See Langford on that play. Casper knocked him down. Then Hawkins came out, knocked him down again, and he still got in on the tackle, the cornerback for Miami. There's Allen with 97 yards today to lead all rushers over the 1,000-yard mark again. A big play. 3rd and 2.
Great time for play action here if they can use it. Nope. It goes to Allen outside. He'll have it.
He walks it in.
The receiver knew what he had to do. They pick up the first down.
450 yards passing for Marino. Looking for a touchdown. He's got it to do. 1:52 remaining. The Raiders by 4. 3rd down and 6. Will the Raiders throw a pass here to try to get the first down? Nope. Look at Allen. He might go all the way. Marcus Allen of the Raiders has scored again. His 3rd of the game. Where the Los Angeles Raiders in an upset have defeated the Miami Dolphins 45-30.
It's AFC East champion Miami versus the AFC West champion Oakland Raiders. Now Leslie Shepard, Tony Martin, O.J. McDuffie all flank to the top of your screen on 2nd and 9. Fiedler with time, throws intercepted at the 10. Torrey James up the sideline with a blocker in front of him. Breaks free and should go all the way. On the return.
Whatever you think, we got like some bankers and lawyers that are putting this gear on coming to the game.
Gannon to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, wide open. Tim Brown across midfield and into Miami territory. 36-yard field goal attempt by Sebastian Janikowski is away, and it is on the mark. It looked to be long enough to be about 56, didn't it? 4:52 to play in the first. 10-0 Oakland.
And stop slamming it up in there. I'll get somebody else to slam it up in there. Don't be trying to go outside.
Gannon to throw. Has his man out here, Terry Kirby. Kirby breaks free across 30 and down the sideline. Brought down just across territory, 32 yards.
Kick the field goal and try to get up 13-0.
Janikowski, out of Leckler's hold, will try this one from 33 yards out. Afflicted by misses and uncertainty during the year, Janikowski has become a pretty steady kicker for these Oakland Raiders, and that one is right down the chute. On first down, Smith, 40, 43, loose football, picked off by Charles Woodson. First down, Oakland. To the 30. Napoleon Kaufman to the 25, still on his feet, making Randy Jordan. Randy Jordan all the way to the 25-yard line. Now pickup of 9 on 3rd and 3. Gannon throws. That is touchdown. And now, wait, it is a touchdown. James Jett with a quick slant got into the end zone, and the Raiders are on the board again. Oakland 6 out of 9 on 3rd downs, looking at a 3rd and 7. Gannon throws this side, wide open. Tim Brown, 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. Zach Thomas back into the game, 1st and goal. Wheatley, right side, touchdown. First time the Miami Dolphins have ever been shut out in the postseason, and it's the Raiders' first shutout ever in the playoffs. That'll do it. John Gruden and the Oakland Raiders on their way to the AFC Championship game. They'll play the winner of tomorrow's Baltimore, Tennessee.